Wait, Nutella wasn't supposed to exist? Last night I was craving Nutella, but got distracted by thinking, how did this even become a thing? Because it feels like one of those products that was always there, but it wasn't. And the story behind it is actually about not having enough chocolate. It starts with Pietro Ferrero in Italy during and right after World War II. At the time, cocoa was expensive and very hard to get. Chocolate wasn't something you could just use freely, especially if you were running a small business. So Pietro had a problem. He wanted to make chocolate products, but he couldn't afford enough chocolate to actually do it. So instead of stopping, he tried something else. He looked at what he did have, hazelnuts, and not just a few. The region of Piedmont in Italy is full of them. They were cheap, local, and available. So he mixed a small amount of cocoa with ground hazelnuts, sugar, and fat, stretching the chocolate as far as possible. The result wasn't a spread at first. It was a solid block called Giandujot. People would slice it and put it on bread. Later, it evolved into a softer version called SuperCrema, which you could actually spread. And then, in 1964, his son, Michele Ferrero, refined the recipe again and gave it a new name, Nutella. And that's the part I find interesting. This wasn't created as a luxury product. It was a workaround, a way to deal with scarcity. Less chocolate, more creativity. And somehow that limitation created something bigger than the original idea. Because Nutella isn't just chocolate, it's a completely different category, a mix of nuts, sugar, and cocoa that people now recognize instantly all over the world. And from that small solution, the company grew from a tiny operation with just a handful of workers to one of the largest confectionery companies in the world, which makes you think how many things we see today as iconic only exist because someone didn't have the resources to do it the normal way. So the next time you open a jar of Nutella, just remember, it wasn't supposed to exist like that. It exists because someone didn't have enough chocolate and decided to work around it. I am Mari, and this is Midnight Question.